Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah. Deep in the heart of Chicago, she's on the radio. Yeah. She is the one and only Dr. D. Dr. D. Dr.
Hey there, hey everybody. Is there a doctor in the house? Why, yes, there is. I am she is me, and me is her. Me, she, her is in the building. And have I got a show for you on this evening? I double dare you to tune in and watch this amazing show tonight. Listen, let me tell you something. My co-host has finally arrived, and I am so glad that he's here. Okay, now by popular demand, he is back. Yes, he is here. You all have been asking for him. Where he at? He's right here. Without further ado, let me introduce you all to Mr. Wilton.
Oh, hello, everybody. Radio Land.
And TV.
And TV too, that's right.
And
that's
TV
right,
too.
That's right.
And to my far right, I have a powerful, energetic prayer warrior. She can sing, she shouts, she's a coordinator. Listen, let me tell y'all something. There's nothing in this world that this woman cannot do. I call her my friend. I call her my sister. She is my prayer warrior. Let me tell y'all this. This is Minister Chanel Gaston. Say hey, Chanel.
Hi, good evening.
This is Minister Gaston, you all, and I had to have her on this show to publicly thank you when I was down.
Yeah.
When I needed somebody to check on me, she was there. When I needed someone to pray for me, she was there. When I just needed to hear a voice when I was by myself, and she didn't know this. Let me tell you how the Spirit works. She was there for me. So now I'm going to be here tonight and let her just have her way on this show tonight, because she has the most amazing Tuesday morning prayer. And I'm on there as much as I can be without the medication. Sometimes I'm asleep. Sometimes I'm asleep. It happens. You need to be on that prayer line, because the way you've been acting, you've been cutting up. You need prayer.
I need double doses.
You need the triple of the Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost doses. That's what you need. So, Minister Gaston, how did it come about you having this Tuesday morning prayer? And is there a name for it? I don't want to just say Tuesday morning prayer.
Well, it is Tuesday morning prayer. It's Tune In Tuesday morning.
Tuesday.
Well,
Yes.
We want to welcome the family to Tune In Tuesday morning. I am Minister Chanel Gaston, and thank you, Dr. B, and to your co-hosts and wonderful people. Listen, this prayer thing came about right before pre-COVID. For we even knew it was a COVID. It came from the bishop, and I must give homage and honor to the ones that brought it out and brought it to the light. To my church family, to my bishop and Pastor Galen W. Leverett, and to my pastor, wonderful Lady W. Leverett, and to the Leveretts. We at Greater House of Prayer Church at 700 East on 111th Street in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
And so he had told me to start a prayer band.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? And he was like, you've been bucking and you've been going and you just been, and people like to hear you pray. And I was like, I was a little iffy. Let me be honest and let's be clear. I was a little iffy, and I did not know how to start the prayer band. Mm-hmm. And so when COVID hit, I did get touched with COVID. I had blood clots in both of my lungs, and I had pneumonia in both of my lungs, and I was on my way out of here. But the Lord seemed fit to keep me right in the midst and he brought me through. And I thank God. My testimony is that I never went on a ventilator. I never lost oxygen. I never lost, but they just saw the blood clots in my lungs and pneumonia in both of my lungs. But I thank God that he has kept me and saved me and delivered me
Amen.
through all of that. And so that's how that birthed out of COVID. So, yeah.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
this COVID. How did you find out you had it? Because we were sick at the same time.
We were sick at the same time. I had I worked at the time, I still do, work for Chicago Public Schools, and the kids were getting sick that particular day before they shut the world down. And so I came home. I worked local this particular day because I go from school to school. And so I came home and I just had this feeling, and I thought it was like a cold, like the flu, or my body kind of was a little achy. I caught a little headache. And so the next day, they said that the world was shut down. Everybody go home, you know? And so I had called my son and I told him, I said, well, you know, I think I better go get one of my dad remedies. You know, we got to go pull out that 100 granddaddy. And so I was going to I had him went to the store and the spirit said, no, don't do that. And so I laid around for maybe about a week or two, and I just felt like lifeless. So I went to, and I don't want to, you know, put them out there on blast, but they do need to be on blast. But they misdiagnosed me. They told me I had an upper rest infection, and they sent me back home. And so I called my physician, and it was 2 weeks later. And so he didn't answer. And so I called the bishop and I told Bishop, I said, I feel like I'm finna check out of here. I said, and I told him, I said, I told my daughter where everything is at. So in case something happened, because I don't know what's wrong. And he told me to get up and go to another hospital. So when I went to another hospital, that's when they found the blood clots. And then they seen the pneumonia in both of and they told me I was a very sick woman.
So you mean to tell me you were sick for 2 weeks?
Over 2 weeks. I was
and did not even know.
Didn't even know. Didn't have a clue about nothing.
You were really sick too.
And so all it did just made me cough, and I lost taste and I lost my smell, but it also made me feel low energy. And so, you know, when you got animals, and I had my dog is gone on the glory, but he just laid around me, and my grandbaby laid around me, and nobody in the house got sick but me. And I was very sick. And so that's how I found out. For over 3 weeks, it was going into a month. And then my doctor called and said, because when I went to this particular hospital, they didn't give me no medication or anything. They sent me back home. And so my physician called and said, do you know you got pneumonia in both of your lungs? And he said, I'm sending it right away. And he sent in the antibiotics, and he sent everything they needed. And then it felt like it was getting better, but it wasn't getting better. And I started to hurt again. And then that's when they seen the blood clots in my lungs after I had to go back. So they admitted me 2 times.
Wow.
God is amazing.
Yeah,
And that's where Transformation Tuesday.
That's what, because
transformation, testimony, try Jesus.
Try them all, because I used to wear braids in my hair, and I had crochet braids, and I woke up one morning and they was all out in the bed, and it took my hair out, and I was completely bald. And so you remember I was wearing the sponge, and I went to the barber
was
shop.
Really cute. It was cute,
y'all. I didn't see it.
That was like this. And it started off as a low man, fade, bald fade, and then I colored it because I was a little iffy with it, and so then it started to peek out. The fuzz started to grow, and I just got the sponge, and I just started sponging it, and it just became me. I'm always doing something different.
Always different every year. And we talked about this last week. What are you going to do for your birthday? Don't keep this look, change the look, keep the color. She has so many looks, and they all fit. But let me tell you, through the midst of all of that, that Minister Gaston has gone through, it never stopped her praise, and she never lost her faith. Never lost it.
Never.
And that prayer line on Tuesday mornings, you guys, is on Facebook. And you need to get on there. Go to Chanel Gaston and on Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. And I guarantee you, if you come in there broke, you're going to be fixed. If you come in there lost, you're going to be found. If you need a word from the Lord, you're going to get 1, 2, and 3 before that is over with. If you don't feel as if you're loved at the top of the hour, all through the hour, she's going to tell you what, Minister Gaston?
Welcome to Tuesday morning. I am your big sister, your cousin, your auntie, your family. I am your Minister Gaston. I am the Minister Gaston, and I will pray for you in all of your endeavors.
Listen, I said this woman right here gonna pray me through everything that I've been through. And while I was in the hospital and I was recovering from all of those surgeries, you all know I had about 8, 9 surgeries. Got one more.
It's okay.
She was there, and I would wake up in the hospital, and my nurse would be like, "Well, weren't you on the phone call with your preacher last night, and you're back on here this morning?" I said, "Listen, since you want to be in my business, why don't you sit down and get some word?"
All right now.
Get some word in you, and it would get to the point I was in a hospital for so long, for almost a month, that the nurses would come in and be like, "Okay, wake up, it's time, we got to get on. You don't want your pastor to be mad at you." And I'm like, "Listen, y'all, I'm too strung out on these drugs. Take the morphine off for a minute. Let me wake up. They literally had to wake me up with the medication so I could be on the call at night.
Oh, wow.
And when it was over with, all I had to do was press that morphine button and I was gone again. When she prayed for me, I felt my help, because during that my teeth started falling out. Y'all see, I ain't got all my teeth. My hair started falling out. I lost my voice. The blood clot came into my lungs. It moved, it shifted around, and my liver started to shut down. The kidney started to shut down. Then the left kidney started to work overtime, and it got weak, and it was starting to shut down. I said, "Well, Lord, look, let me tell you something. I'm not ready to see my mama yet. Not ready to see my sister yet. I would like to see my husband again, but I ain't ready to see him yet. I need a little bit more time down here on the earth, because I got to raise my grandchild. And I got a few more songs and CDs that I need to get out."
All right. Now.
And when I told Minister Gaston my story, she didn't say nothing. She just said, "Well, Father God, in the name of Jesus." And I knew it was all right there.
Jesus.
I knew it was all right. So listen, y'all, let me tell you something. We're going to take a small break right now. And if we have He's a Wonder by the Chicago Mass Choir, we want to pull that up, because God is a wonder.
Yes.
He was a wonder because he brought you out.
Yes.
He gave this man here a business. He's been on his job for over 25 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 25 years.
Longevity for a young black man. Only job he's ever had. What? And now he's here.
That's not accurate.
It's not accurate?
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
Well, one of the longest jobs he's ever had. Let's say that. One of the longest jobs he's ever had. And I just want you all to know that God, he's a wonder. Because if he can do that for you, he can do that for someone else. Because we got kids out here running them up. And we're going to talk about that soon, too, when we come back for the second half. Because you work in CPS.
I do.
And you see a lot.
Oh, my God.
You hear a lot.
Oh, my God.
And you do a lot.
Oh, my God.
And you're not tired yet. You're on the work. You're on the road. You're running for the Lord.
Jesus, that song. I'm running from my life.
Cosmo, if anybody asks you,
what's the matter with me?
Oh, Lord. We might have to bring Evangelist Cuffy in here to sing that, because that's a singing wonder.
Jesus.
She can sing you under the table. was He's a Wonder by Chicago Mass Choir with the energetic Elder Cornelius Owens on lead. Y'all, my brother is the bomb.com. Can't nobody tell me about Minister Cornelius Owens. If you got something bad to say about him, don't say it to me, because it's going to be a wonder how I'm going to get up off you. How about that? So let's talk about God being a wonder, because there's a lot that we see with the youth, Minister Gaston, out in these streets. And you and I both work with the youth. And how do you handle the things that's going on with these kids? What do you say to them when you see them broken? What do you say to them when they're feeling like they're depressed or they can't make it? How do you work with that?
A lot of times in certain schools, like I said, I go from school to school, citywide. So a lot of the times the kids don't get a chance to see me or interact with me because I'm on the administrative side of it now. But when I was a teacher, especially a teacher, I would interact with them. But a lot of times when I'm in certain buildings, I would say, they will come to me and they will express themselves to me. You know, it's so much mental illness going on, especially in our Black and brown communities.
Yes.
And a lot of kids is really hurting because the family issue, the loss of parent, or no one is there and they self-sufficient, taking care of themselves, basically. And so they just need some encouraging. And even the ones not just in Chicago public schools, because I was born and raised in Inglewood, the heart of Inglewood. And in that kind of community, we were family, and everybody would gather around and help one another and encourage one another. And that's how I got my start. And so I would talk to the ones at the gas station. When I go to a gas station, they pull up their pants and they say, "Yes, ma'am," to me. And, you know, and I just stop by and I just tell them, like, please be careful. Don't do nothing to get yourself in some situations that you can't get yourself out. Think before you act. Think before you act, because it's hard to get in trouble. It's easy to get in trouble, but it's hard to get out. So you got to be mindful. And that's what this society is. And the people in the society, there's no more love in the communities. There's no more big mamas and pawpaws and people that actually care and want to see, you know, us as we grew up, as I knew to grow up. No one, not even the elder women. I talk about it on my show. Not the elder women don't even say that much to you. If you get an elder woman now to say something to you, you doing 100. And I love the elder women at our church because they just truly throw their arms around me, and they still love on me.
They do.
I truly love the elder women at our church. And this one particular, she just not gonna let up. She's not gonna
and she won't.
And she won't. And she claimed me as her child. And I'm so ever grateful because my parents is gone on to glory. I lost my father in 2018, and my mom transitioned when I was 3. So it was just an honor because I'm a PK kid.
Yeah.
And so my father was a pastor. So, you know, he was stern and firm and loving and kind and all of that. And he exposed me to a lot of stuff. So that's the reason why I'm so grounded with family. But, you know, we have lost our way.
And you love family life.
And I love family life.
And you all, let me tell you, this is one of the things that she instills on Tuesday morning is the family life. And she tells us throughout the show, I love you. If no one else has told you today that they love you, let me be the first to say that I love you. And that carries throughout that day until that next Tuesday, if you will. And it's such a family-oriented show. You know, everyone, we love you back, you know, and that's what we need. So, Will, let me ask you, my dear co-host, from a man's standpoint, a man's point of view, what do you think needs to happen with the youth right now? Because we're dying out, literally.
That's a very good question. Probably got to bring back some of the old school ways. There's not much or even an ounce probably of leadership nowadays. If it is, it's in small pockets. Nobody's talking about it, but somebody that's bold and brave enough to be that person and to lead and guide the youth and to whatever endeavor, as you put it earlier, whether it's music, whether it's sports, whether it's becoming an attorney, whatever you want to do, somebody out there to get them out of the streets. Or, they just put out the new curfew law. If it's 20 or more, somebody getting probably taken to jail, whatever, or, detained until the next day. So if it's somebody to keep them from out there, getting into riffraff, maybe some youth center or whatever, that can help just mold them and to show them a different way from what they've seen and from their environment, that could be, the light or the spark that could get going in the right direction.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Get in right there. I like that piece, but you know what? I like when you said we need to go back to the old landmark. Back in the day when we grew up, we was going to the park district.
Yeah.
And things in a wide what is it? YWCA.
Oh,
We used to go.
Yes.
We would go to things that were free, and everything now is so costly.
Oh my God.
And everything has $1 attached to it. Everything doesn't need $1 attached,
And it
because we're
doesn't.
losing our youth.
We really
Because they
are.
have nothing to look forward to. We used to skate. We used to bowl.
Yeah.
We used to jump rope. Remember, everything
Hopscotch,
was
Chinese
for
roll,
free.
all
And
that.
these kids is stuck to the phones and
Thank
games,
you.
and they will never get the chance to know all the jungle, the things that we did, the little Lango things that we done for free, and we had to be on the porch by streetlights. You understand what I'm saying? When the
And we were
streetlights
there.
came,
And we were there.
you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And nobody is saying nothing to the kids and the parents. And I'm not bashing the parents, and a lot of them is young, because I was a young parent too. I had my oldest son when I was 14 too. But it was still love in the community.
Yes.
And we need to get back to loving on each other. There's no love out here in these streets.
It's not.
Yeah. And to add to your point, what you were saying, there are a lot. If they just go online and start looking up Jordans or whatever, Supreme or whatever, if they go online, see the Chicago.org, there are a lot, and I mean a ton of free programs out there, to your point, that's out there to the children, teenagers, when they can get into and to hone their skills, craft, whatever. It's a ton. Even at the library I work at, they have so much to offer for the kids. They just have to go in, be respectful, be mindful, and utilize the resources that's out there.
It was a luxury to go downtown Chicago.
It sure was.
It was a treat for us to
It
go
was.
downtown
And go to the movies.
and go to the movies,
Or even to go shop the popcorn.
The popcorn.
Yeah.
And now kids, they exposed to so much street drugs
They
and
don't
Yeah.
care.
everything, and the parents are not being parents, and they're allowing their kids to parent them. And the sad part about it is that, because I work amongst it, that the parents go inside of the kids go inside of their parents' phone and cut the phones off so that the school can't call them.
They
And
sure do.
You understand what I'm saying? So we have lost our way, and we got to find our way back. Now, what way is it? Okay, we go to church, we bring our kids to church, we talk about God and all of that, but it needs to be some community-ness, more academic stuff for the kids to do free. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We need some free stuff. I work around a lot of the politicians. I be around all of that is good and dandy. Everybody talking about the mighty dollar, but let's pull back into our community.
Exactly.
I like
Exactly.
that. I like that.
Exactly. Give our children a chance is what I really want to say.
And I'm gonna just
Give
say,
them a
I went
chance.
to a free concert on last Friday at Fellowship, and it was absolutely wonderful. And there was some young folks there that didn't have a clue that God was getting ready to do a new thing in their life. That's what I'm talking about. We need, as a community, as churches, we need to rally around and send our kids to colleges or get them some trades. And 5 students, if you didn't see it, 5 students that came from out of nowhere, they gave them Rainbow Push, gave them 5 free scholarships to school.
Wow.
You understand? Paid for rides. And that's what we need to do. Push our kids back into the school system. give them college education, give them community points, and let them be something productive, do something productive.
Whatever happened to the block clubs where we would get buses and go to Six Flags or to the museums or to the beaches? Whatever happened to all of that? That's the stuff that's missing. And I grew up on the west side of Chicago.
Oh my God.
But we had a bus.
Oh, let me tell you, don't get me started to tell you about that block party, because every year, Anita Dominique, she's the mother of Inglewood. She made
Such a
sure
beautiful person.
6500 block of Morgan. She made sure people from, you talk about like we have our Father's Day dinner, people from around the world, not even from Inglewood, will come to our block party because it was such that magnitude, that bigness. She took her time, poured her money into it, and the stores and different organizations was donating. Nobody want to donate anything. They don't want to give you a bottle of water for free.
And that's the truth.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
I'm sorry. You mentioned something earlier about your father exposed you to different things. Can you share a couple of those stories?
So my father was at one point, like I said, my mom passed when I was 3, and my father was a deacon, and then he moved up and elevated to the reverend and the pastor. My father exposed me to good living, and and I'm gonna say I thought
She was spoiled.
rich. I thought I was rich. You know what I'm saying? Because we shopped at Evans, we shopped at Gold Blast, we shopped at Frederick, we went to Gladys, we went to Shawnee. My daddy loved to eat. One thing, see, my dad was in the quartet world, and he sung around the world, and he exposed everything to us. He didn't keep nothing shunned from us. He told us to stay away from that person, this person, and that person, and he mingled with everybody. He sung with Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, and my dad, let me just say, I'm proud because my dad had a 3rd grade education, and he could not read, but he taught himself that Bible, and he read that Bible, and he knew that Bible. And one thing about, he had his own production group, and he and everybody knew Pastor Elroy Gaston, and so they would call us, me and my younger sister, they would call us Little Elroy. And so I used to joke because he was so hard on us, but more so on me. And I was like, why is he so hard on me? Because let me tell you one thing, your parents know what kid is gonna do what.
They sure do.
And I'm a family from 13 of us. And so I was the black sheep of the family. I was out there, let me be honest and clear. I was out there in the streets wilding out. But the Lord saved me and he delivered me. And I'm so grateful that I couldn't see it then, why he was so hard and stern. And that's why I came and to become the minister now, because at first I was like, I did not know Jesus called my name because I didn't hear him.
I heard nothing.
And so I'm so glad that he did, because he snatched me from the enemy, and he gave me a whole new life and everything. Now, we go to church and we talk and we pray and we this, but let me tell you, that old devil is still out there, and he's still trying to kill, steal, and destroy.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. She has a story to tell, but I didn't know you was out there wilding out.
Girl, wilding out.
I was wilding out, but my wilding out was different.
God.
Like I would like dirt bike ride, hang out with the boys, beat up the boys, go buy motorcycles. But then I was a true tomboy, and I'm like, I can't do anything. I hate being a preacher's kid. Why I gotta do all this? Why I don't want to go to Sunday school? I ain't read nothing. My grandfather didn't have to get me but one time, and that one time took me for my whole life. You ain't gotta put me no more. I'm good.
Sometimes it take a little bit more.
I'm good.
It take a little bit more.
So that was that grandfather. My other grandfather, Bishop Austin.
Yes.
When he got to talking, he wouldn't shut up.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, Granddaddy, please. I'm sleepy. Oh, but wake up, daughter, wake up. I'm like, oh my God.
But it has paid off.
It paid off.
And it paid off, and we are still here. No matter what we go through, we are still here.
And I'm glad.
I'm so grateful.
I'm glad to be here. Listen, let's give a few shout outs to the people who makes all of this come together for us out there in TV and radio land, Facebook land, Instagram, wherever you are watching us all. Minister Gaston wants to thank you. This dude right here gonna be a minister one day. Will wants to thank you, and her wants to thank you for always tuning in and joining in to Polo'S and Pearls on WVTC. We want to thank you from the bottom of our little hearts for tuning in on every Thursday at 6 p.m. for Polo'S and Pearls. To my son, good evening, son. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being there and watching your mama. Mama Cuffy, you know I couldn't do this without you. I love you so dearly. I love you. Pastor Julia Porter Maddox, thank you. Thank you. Sherman said, G-Hop. Hazel Douglas, thank you. Minister Lori Robinson, hey, sister. G-Hop is in the building. Gerald Miller, thank you so much for watching, brother. I love you so dearly. Corey, what's up, bro? Much love to you. Thank you. Your show's awesome, too. Thank you. Sherman says, honestly, I would talk to these young boys out in these streets and talk to them and be their apprentice, you know, to turn their lives around for the better. Sherman, that's a good thing. And I thank you. That is a great thing to do. My son was into wrestling. Well, he is into wrestling. He's a little old now. I think he needs to sit down, you know, them 28s, you're going to feel it in a couple years. I'm trying to tell you. And I thank you because he was there when my son was going through the wrestling and things like that. And big brother Mod, well, little brother to me, but all the men took a hold to my son. And now that my husband is gone, they really got a grip on him.
Oh, yeah.
You better get, there is no sagging pants, put a belt on, your shoes running over, fix that you a man, go get your new pair, you got to walk right.
Yes.
This is what my son grew up under. And I wish that old time way that we had, that you was talking about, the big mamas and the papas, get a hold to these gals, get your hair together, take them bonnets off. You ain't got to wear no bonnet if you together. You ain't got to get together. I hate bonnets. They're for the house. What in Jesus' name would you come out of your house with a bonnet on?
Thank you.
Comb your hair. Well, I got to keep my curlers in, my rollers in, so my hair could be cute. Put them back in when you go back in the house.
Men don't find that attractive at all.
No, it is not. I don't care how you dress them up or bedazzle them or whatsoever the case might be. My husband never seen a bonnet.
That's right.
I own one, but it's still in the pack, in the drawer up under all of my hair.
You're doing better than me because I ain't gonna put a bonnet on. I'm going to bed.
That's right.
I'm not putting no bonnet on. That's what I'm saying. I don't wear no bonnets. It's in my drawer. It's been there for years.
You know, the motto that my dad always taught, especially to the women, us girls, he always say, you never know where you're going to be. Always look apart. Look apart. Even if you ain't got a dime in your pocket, look apart.
Everybody have to know.
Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to come in contact with. And so that was why I get my dressing from, different people, and that inspire me. And I don't know,
too, girl.
I don't know if you all, I don't know if you all remember, but back in the day on 79th and St. Lawrence, I wanted to be a model. And it was a store right there. Now it's a vacant lot and it was a jerk place. But 79, it was across the street is that little ship space cleaner. And we stayed on 80th and St. Lawrence before we moved to Inglewood. I was a part of Chatham, and it was a store on the corner, and the man name was Mr. Evans, and he owned his own clothing store, and they had real models in there, and sometimes he would switch them out from real people to the robots before they started talking about robots. He had them, and that would inspire me to always keep myself up. So no matter how I feel, no matter what I look like going on in my life, I always, even going to the grocery store, you're going to see together. You're going to see.
She put together.
Yeah, so I
don't care if it's a hoodie and some sweatpants. She is together. She's together. And I love it. You see her with her nails. You don't see one broke. You don't see one missing. You don't see it cracked. You don't see none of that.
They're good. They're good.
You won't see her without her lashes. They are always. And that's where I get it from. I got to keep mine on. I'm like, and she ain't finna look cute now. cute. You know, she got to get it together. You
Even
know,
the older women tells me I make
she
them
keep it
feel great
absolutely.
about themselves because it's just because we're, you know, not just the smaller women, but we are plus size women, and we have to actually keep ourselves together.
Right.
And it don't take that much, and it don't cost that much to keep yourself together.
My grandmother and my big mother taught me how to wear girdles. I have one on now. I don't have on the Spanx. I don't have on shapewear. I have on a girdle that was bought from Sears in Roebuck.
Come
That's a
on.
while ago. Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are so uncomfortable, but
Yeah,
honey,
boy.
she snatched up under this dress.
Okay.
I know that's too much for you.
No. Yeah.
Well, let them
This
child
ain't
you
nothing
up.
right. Yeah, nothing new. Right. I've seen these things before.
Evangelist
You know.
Dixon, thank you so much for joining in. I thank you so much for tuning in to Polos and Pros with me, Dr. B, Minister Chanel Gaston, and my co-host Will. We want to thank you so much for tuning in to Polos and Pros. Listen, we have an announcement to make, and you're gonna make your own announcement.
Well, why you take the thing?
Because I wanted to read it. That was cute.
Gee whiz. Okay. Okay, so this is, we zoom in on this. This is our little pamphlet here, our logo. Camera 1 or 2. There we go. I just put on with 1. And this is my restaurant, Tamu. Oh, okay. Little pause.
So they're gonna zoom in on it. And
Just a little zoom.
Zoom out. Y'all, our own Reverend Morris is the best over here. Cameraman,
everything, producing,
production. He got it going on, don't he?
Sound. I mean,
He got it going.
Like jack of all trades, like nothing he can't do.
And then Lady Dixon over there on the side, she'd be like, come over here, get this zoom in, get this together. You know, look at it.
Right here. So this is my co-owned restaurant. I do have a business partner. She's at home right now resting, so I'm here promoting. So this is Tamu Restaurant and Sangria Bar. Hence Sangria Bar for some of y'all that like to get a little. That's okay. We open every day. The address is 66 East Wacker Place. 66 East Wacker Place. Can't miss it. Right inside of the Hilton Garden Inn. We're open 7 days a week. Oh, this is so draining. But that's okay. We have breakfast and dinner and working on happy hour for the summertime. So you either see me. Y'all want to see me. Just me in general and personal, come in the evening time. I work in the evening time, either by the bar, by the kitchen area. You'll eventually see me if y'all coming in there to see me. My partner works the morning shift. I work the evening. So come in and see me, might want to, have a glass of water or might have a glass of wine, whatever you like to have.
I love this voice.
So come on in.
Okay, so it's the Sangria Bar, y'all.
So
we can go after we leave here.
We could. I mean, it's Juneteenth though. I'm just saying, but just trying to get my day of rest now. Come on, Dr. B. Trying to get my day. But Friday or Saturday, yes, I'll be in there Saturday. So y'all come in, get you some sangria. We have blood orange ready and available.
Okay,
if y'all like
but
blood.
I want to know about some food. She got to have something to eat.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
What's the food like? Get to life.
You didn't mention.
We need food. What about the food?
I get you plus size. I get it. Okay, we go.
Sherman said, "Alrighty then."
So we
Roosevelt Hamilton. Hey there, hey Uncle Roosevelt. Hey, you got good food.
We do have good food there.
What's your specialty?
I gotta say the shrimp scampi is one of our specialties. And then we have a variety of the steaks, pork chop, chicken, salmon dishes, whatnot. Comes with 2 sides. So we have a lot to offer, different appetizers, wings, the fries, mozzarella sticks. And I know I'm missing something else. Oh, macaroni, right. And the sauteed vegetables, things like that. Right. We have different desserts.
It sounds like something that we could do for girls. We do our thing.
Bring them all in. Y'all just sit right up there, right up front. And I can service everybody.
We'll talk about it after the show. Yeah. I'm so proud of Will over here because hey, Pastor Mabry, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. First Lady Dixon said, I'm hungry. I am too, girl.
Come on,
I
Miss
am too.
Dixon.
Sherman said, all righty then. Oh, yes, ma'am. So what I have to say is I want to thank you all for joining in on Polos and Pearls. I could not do this without you all. I want to thank my amazing guests for joining in tonight. In closing, what would you like to say to our fans?
Well, welcome. Thank you again, fans. Thank you all for tuning in. You can Facebook me at Chanel Gaston. And I would love to see your face in the place on Tuesday morning. I am your big sister, your big cousin, your big auntie. I will be praying for you. I want to make sure you're doing well. The family that prays together stays together.
That's right.
Listen, on Tuesday mornings, join in on Facebook for her Transformation Tuesday. She is on there. She's praying. You're going to get a word from the Lord. How do you get those words?
You know, when I get up at the 4:00 hour, the Lord speaks to me.
Girl, the 4:00 hour.
The 4:00 hour.
What would you like to say?
Yeah. That's 4:00 out. My goodness.
Will, in closing, what would you like to say?
Thank you all again. Thank you for having me, Dr. B. Thank you again for just your word and your story, your testimony. I appreciate that. And I will see you all next time I'm invited. Tamu Restaurant Sangria Bar. Come out, come join me, find me there. And that's all I have to say about that.
Lady Battles, my sister Patrice. Hey, Trees. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining in. If y'all want to hear somebody sing, that child, Patrice Battles, First Lady is the bomb. I know this because I sang with her or has sang with her, and that she will wear you out. She will wear you clean out. Tell Bishop, hello, Patrice. Tell Bishop, what's up, man? I love my brother. I love you all. You all, thank you so much for tuning in to Polos and Pearls. I love you all so much. This time next week, we will have another guest. We will have a new panel. Will you be here next week? Okay, that look means no.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I could probably be here next
Hercules.
week.
I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of Polos and Pearls. We're going to go out again with He's a Wonder because God has truly, truly been a wonder in my soul. Thank you so much for tuning in to Polos and Pearls. Until this time next week, you have been doctored. Peace.
Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah. Deep in the heart of Chicago.